NFL Daily Live here with host Tom Downey, that's me, breaking down this NFL free agency tracker. A bunch of new deals just came in, so let's break them all down. From kind of newest to oldest, right? This one's important. Tyrod Taylor, 1 year, up to $12.5 million. Guess what this is, folks? This, ladies and gentlemen, is Deshaun Watson insurance. In the event that he gets dealt, they can start Tyrod Taylor. It will come in less on the cap, but that is Deshaun insurance through and through. The Jags got Marvin Jones on a 2-year, $14.5 million deal, so that adds some more receiver depth there. Cyan just asked about some moves that the Giants made. Here's two of them. John Ross, a 1-year, $2.5 million deal. That's $1 million guaranteed. And then the big one, Leonard Williams, 3 years, $63 million. That is one of the more expensive defensive line deals in NFL history. Also, by the way, Andy Dalton, 1 year, $13 million. Bears fans who wanted Russell Wilson, I know you're down bad. I'm sorry. I will be honest, I think Dalton is better than Nick Foles, but not by that much. The Cowboys, by the way, in line to get a potential 4th-round comp pick for him. They also added, the Cowboys did, Ty Nsekhe on a cheap 1-year deal. Mike Hilton, the big one on this list right here, a 4-year, $24 million deal with the Cincinnati Bengals. He will be their new nickel corner. Tyson Alualu goes to the Jags. They've been pretty active. Derek Rivers gets to reunite with his buddy Jack Easterby, both big religious people, which is fine. 1 year, $1.3 million. Takk McKinley gets a surprisingly big deal for not being that great as of late. 1 year, $6 million with the Cleveland Browns. Who is the top free agent sleeper left out there? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Any player that is left out that you think could be a potential great value in NFL free agency, get your votes in for me in the comments section. As mentioned, Jacksonville, super busy. Rayshawn Jenkins, Shaquill Griffin, 4 years, $35, 3 years, $44.5, pulling them from the Chargers and the Seahawks respectively. Chargers did bring back Michael Bagley. Kicker, who cares? Cowboys brought back special teamer C.J. Goodwin. Cowboys also paid Jake McQuaid, the long snapper, so that happens. LP's gone. Tyus Bowser, the big one on this list, 4 years, $27 million. The Ravens had already lost both Yannick Ngakoue and Matthew Judon. More on them in a little bit. Washington has their new starting quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick, a 1 year, $10 million deal. A little bit more if he gets the certain incentives there. He should probably start. Hunter Henry to the Patriots because they want to add more tight ends. Good for them. And the details have come in, by the way, on the Chidobe Awuzie contract. 3 years, $21.75 million. That's I think, actually pretty decent deal for the Bengals. Awuzie can be a number 2 cornerback. Now, we're going to keep you covered on what else happens in NFL free agency today, tomorrow, next week, and beyond. So if you want to stay in the know with what's going on around the NFL, hit that big red button and subscribe. Make sure notifications are turned on, by the way. That way you don't miss any of our videos here at Chat Sports. NFL free agency, we got you covered. As the draft approaches, we got you covered there as well. Trey Hendrickson goes to the Bengals, a 4-year, $60 million deal. It's a lot of money. And then Dalvin Tomlinson, I love this deal for Minnesota. 2 years, $22 million, $11 million per for a run stopper who can also open the pass rush. Love that for Minnesota. I will always be honest with you guys, I don't love the Bud Dupree deal. 5 years, $82.5 million. Now, maybe it's backloaded. Maybe it'll end up looking a little bit better. But $16.5 million, which is more than what Carl Lawson got, I don't love it. I really don't. I'm a big believer in Lawson. Love that for the Jets. I also want to mention Jameis Winston to the Saints, or back to the Saints. 1 year, up to $12 million cap hit wise, it's going to come in less than that with some unlikely to be earned incentives there. He'll compete / outright start with Taysom Hill as the quarterback for New Orleans. Corey Davis gets the bag from the Jets, 3 years, $37.5 million. He and Denzel Mims probably going to be the outside starters for the Jets. I like the Michael Davis deal, 3 years, money to be determined, but that's a good move there in the end for the Chargers. Danico Autry goes to Tennessee from the Colts to the Titans, 3 years, just over $7 million per year. He, Jeffrey Simmons, and probably like a Matt Dickinson, pretty good front in that 3-4 focus scheme for the Tennessee Titans. Ronald Darby to the Broncos on a 3-year, $30 million deal. He's going to start for them. I wonder if corner's off the board in round 1 for Denver. Gronk gets a 1-year, $10 million deal. From a cap perspective, though, it's not quite that. There's some fake years tacked on to the back end of it. So he gets $10 million this year, but that will not be the cap hit in year 1 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they go all in to win with one Tom Brady. Grump might be a fun answer here, but shout out your favorite player for me in the comments section. Any player you want, let me know in the comments section. Oh, by the way, maybe you want a new jersey. Well, if you go to chatsports.com/NFL clearance, select jerseys are on sale for under $55. Most of them under $100, by the way, as well. And these are official NFL jerseys. Tons of items on sale, up to 70% off at chatsports.com/NFL clearance. So check that link out at the bottom of your screen. We'll put it in the comments and the description as well. Some older moves here. Yannick Ngakoue gets $26 million, fully guaranteed over 2 years from the Raiders. Love that move. Nelson Aguilar goes to the Patriots, 2 years, $26 million. Leonard Floyd on a 4-year, $64 million deal. Joe Thomas, a 1-year, $2 million deal with the Houston Texans. So, decent moves. I love the Yannick one the most of all, though. The Chargers paid Corey Linsley. I love it. Protect Justin Herbert. It's a logical move there. Fantastic move by LA. Producer Sam agrees with me. I also like the Shelby Harris move by the Denver Broncos. 3 years, $27 million. Malik Collins for Houston, I don't understand how, got more money than he made last year with the Raiders, despite being worse than he was in his previous year with the Cowboys. Cam Sutton, congrats. He is the Steelers' new nickel corner. They said the Chiefs had no money, and then they paid Joe Thuney a 5-year, $80 million deal. I love it. Protect Mahomes, as we saw in the Super Bowl. Kind of a big deal, right? Roy Robertson Harris, a lot of money, underrated player. John Johnson, I like him. Good value for Cleveland at 3 years, $33.75 million. So let me know in the comments now who you think the biggest free agent winner is. Is it the Chiefs? Is it the Patriots? Somebody else? Let me know what you guys think. And the Chargers too in the comments section. Speaking of New England, super busy. Matthew Judon, 4 years, $56 million. Jalen Mills, 4 years, $24 million. Gerard Davis is an interesting move. 1 year, $7 million. I think it's too much. He was not that good for the Lions. Texans also added Andre Roberts and Kamu Grugier-Hill. Depth guys, Jason Verrett could start for the Niners next year. And then some of the earlier moves here. Pat Elflein, a 3-year, $13.5 million deal. Cam Irving, 2 years, $10 million. I don't love it. Jonnu Smith, he and Hunter Henry, the best 1-2 punch by far in the NFL at tight end this upcoming season. And then some of the earliest moves we had this week in NFL free agency. God, I love the Shaq Barrett deal. So he took less in the end. He took a 72 over 4 deal, $18 million, worth every penny. He could have got 20 on the open market. So I want you guys now to grade your team's free agency thus far. A, B, C, D, or F. Get your votes in the comments section.